3 months ago.
No, get off your high horse, Mr. Rob Parker. I am saying a fact.
I'm on my high horse.
Just because you want to overcompensate. You want to overcompensate. People all over the country are talking about the Los Angeles Lakers and the fact that they have fallen off of the map. And they look horrible and look like they are, as you have been saying, headed for the draft lottery. I still give them a shot to make the playoffs. So we'll get into all this and talk about this. But
the thing that you're right about is my nephew hit me up this morning on Instagram, and he's the biggest LeBron fan going, okay? And his message to me was just one of defeat. Like he was distraught this morning because he couldn't believe that they had lost to the Memphis Grizzlies.
For some people, and we're going to get into this.
These LeBron people are
for some people, this is like, I remember when I was in college. I remember everything about it. When Mike Tyson lost to Buster Douglas. And me and some of my, friends got together. I was literally like in shock the whole night. That night, my fraternity, we were throwing a big party after the fight. And we did it. We had the party and all that. But I was like not right. I was not right the whole night.
No?
I was like shaking, like just in a little bit of shock because to see Tyson lose, because he was undefeated at that point, was knocking everybody out. And I think some people who really, especially young kids who are really into LeBron, it is like seeing this
like the beginning of the
figure.
end.
Oh, it's looking like the beginning of the end for sure.
Where people go.
It may be the end of the LeBron James era. I know he's going to play 3 more years, and he'll probably be great.
Right.
He's not going to be first team All-NBA this year.
No, it can't be.
Unless there's something miraculous happens over the next 22 games, he is not going to be first team NBA, All-NBA.
No doubt about it. So much to do, so little time. Let's welcome in the Odd Couple crew. Wouldn't be able to do this fine radio program without them. Of course, Rob G is our producer. Alex is our engineer. Deb Carson, our sports anchor. She'll keep us updated throughout the program. Aura is our intern on the other side of the glass. And, of course, Elijah, our social media guru. So we are in full effect on this Trash Talking Tuesday. So let's get it cracking and with Mr. Chris Broussard.
Aura up there in that Knicks jersey, Knicks jacket. He got some guts.
He does.
You walk around in Southern California. First of all, just a Knicks jacket in general. I mean, the Knicks are horrible.
And I thought
been for ages.
But I thought he was maybe like born there. That's why.
No, he's from L.A.
He's from where are you
Somewhere
from? Burbank
here.
Or right around the corner or something.
But he looks like he can handle himself. He got the beard. He's husky like Rob G. He look like he look like he can handle himself?
I doubt anybody would step to him.
So maybe that's why. But I give him some credit for at least wearing it. And he's happy. He's thinking, this is our summer.
Or maybe
we're about to be nice.
Or maybe he's just wearing it because it was on sale at Marshall's.
That's true, too. But he is a Knicks fan. He said he's a Knicks fan.
No, I know.
I don't know why, but he is. And I forgot he told us.
I'll tell you this, Chris. I've been saying they weren't going to make the playoffs, and I've been talking this very strongly.
And don't get all like you just know everything about sports.
When it talks about the NBA,
because don't make me bring up Tom Brady.
Just calm down.
Don't make me bring up the Patriots before you get on your high horse.
This is a smoke screen. Because Chris Broussard is the NBA aficionado. He's Mr. NBA. He knows all about the NBA. I'm just a novice, even though I've been covering the league since 1987.
Yeah.
I wasn't on
serious hiatus to cover baseball.
I wasn't on ESPN doing shoot around or whatever that show was called. What was it? Countdown or whatever. I got your countdown. It's the countdown to the end of the Lakers season. I've been calling for it for years, but finally, this is a year where I'm going to be right.
That was about Tom Brady. That was not about the Lakers and LeBron.
Tom Brady could do that.
Tom Brady can't help the Lakers. You know why, Chris Broussard? Their season ended officially last night. Yes, the Lakers season is officially over. Wake the kids, call the neighbors. It's over. You keep waiting. Those Chris Broussard, you know what Chris said 2 weeks ago on Undisputed Every Day? His argument was, they'll be fine. They'll be fine. That was his argument. They'll be for LeBron's track record. I'm sorry. LeBron James is a broken down 34-year-old jalopy who can't play defense. Okay. We saw it last night. It was pathetic, Chris Broussard. I don't care about he was the greatest player on the planet. Last night was rock bottom. I could not imagine. He stood there, and he had the nerve. Who was it? Conley drove past him for an easy layup.
I mean, it was Conley and everybody else.
And he looked and threw his hands up like, where's the defense? Try to stop the basketball. Can you move to your left a little bit? Can you move? And then there was another big three that hurt them late in the game where it was LeBron's man. He stood there.
The Brazilian Kevin Durant.
Yes.
That's what they call that guy.
That's what they call him. And
I can't
Chris,
think of his name.
He looked at the guy. He didn't run towards him.
He was nowhere near the dude.
He didn't go there.
We were closer to that guy right now than LeBron was last night.
LeBron would have been closer if he was in Brazil. He would have been closer to the Brazilian Kevin Durant.
Now, look, dude, it's Bruno Caboclo is the guy's name. That's the guy's name.
Is that his name?
Who?
Chris.
It's indefensible.
Hold on. Let me finish. One more.
All right, go ahead.
I've been trying to tell you this, and I know people wanted to go back. I told you, LeBron James came here, right, for Hollywood and all the other stuff that goes with it, you know, the businesses and whatnot. He didn't come here to win a championship. He did not. And he told you, I have nothing to prove. Do you remember that speech? I don't have to prove anything to anybody. I don't want anybody jack. I told you he wanted to be Meryl Streep and a mogul. That's what LeBron James had in his future, not to win a championship. He came here without the pieces in place, without his number two guy. He's never done that, Chris, and that's what threw up a red flag to me because he had to wait to find out what's going to happen. And I understand he had the young core. Don't now tell me, oh, the core, dude, this is what you signed up for.
You signed up for it.
Right?
You knew who they had, and LeBron was very much in on the veterans that they signed. The fact that they weren't shooters. The fact that they were playmakers.
Was that they weren't
shooters. They were defenders that could switch. They had some toughness about them. LeBron was in on all of that.
So, I told you he's the worst general manager in the NBA. He did it in Cleveland. You remember when they put together that ragtag?
Cleveland won a title.
No, I'm talking about the last year, Chris, when they brought in Dwayne Wade.
They got to the finals.
And all that. No, not with Dwayne Wade. Dwayne Wade and Derrick Rose and all those older guys. And he was like, oh, well, this isn't working. They don't want their roles, and they won't. So then they went and traded with the Lakers and got Nance and got who's the other guy from the Lakers?
Rodney Hood, and George Hill.
And
Larry Nance Jr.
Right. They got all and the other guy with all the tattoos.
Yeah, the Jordan Clarkson.
Right. They brought those guys in. They didn't add up anything. They lost in 4 games. They got swept. And my only point is that you can't sign up for something and then act like all of a sudden you were bamboozled or you got dealt a phony hand that you weren't expecting. This is what you signed up for.
You brought up an interesting point, and you said it before. This wasn't the first time. You've always said it. LeBron came here to be Meryl Streep. What I would say is LeBron made a miscalculation, a big one. Because I talked to people close to LeBron, and they felt, just as LeBron said a few weeks ago, LeBron's legacy is set. If he doesn't win it, yeah, of course he wants to win.
I agree with that.
But if he doesn't win a title, he's LeBron James. He's done what he's done. Like, you can't.
But that's not what Laker fans want to hear.
Nothing's going to take down his legacy. That's what they felt. And so, of course, he wants to come to L.A. and win a championship. But if he doesn't, he's Teflon. That was the feeling. And you're absolutely right. And I said it several times on the Herd last year before he came here. I said, look, when all the talk was LeBron's coming to the Lakers, I said, LeBron, just think about it, though. You better come here and win. This was one of the reasons I said maybe he shouldn't and maybe he won't come to L.A. was because if you come to the Lakers, every other star on your level has won a championship, at least one. Jerry West, Wilt Chamberlain, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Magic Johnson, Kobe Bryant, Shaquille O'Neal. they all delivered at least one championship. That's what the Lakers are, but they're not going to be happy getting to the second round.
No.
They're not going to be happy even getting to the finals and losing. They won a title. And I agree that it will not. LeBron is tremendous. Last night he obviously became the first player ever to be in the top 5 scoring, all-time, top 10 assists. No, you can't do that. That's a legitimate number. That's an incredible achievement. So I do agree. He shouldn't have tweeted that out or Instagram, but it's a tremendous achievement. And it was done in winning. They didn't win championships every year, but he did that on a winning team. So nobody can take that away from me. So I agree his legacy is his legacy. However, especially in this day and age, you are what you've done lately. What have you done for me lately? Janet Jackson sang that. I'm pointing at DJ Tyshirt. He don't know nothing about that. He could throw that up there. What have you done for me lately?
I know that.
You know, but there you go. But anyway, LeBron, a lot of people are going to remember this, especially Lakers fans, who already don't like the fact that he's ranked ahead of Kobe all time.
And don't you remember with all those guys who were marking up the murals, right?
Yes.
Before the season even started. So you could imagine, you already have that group of people out there. And here's the other part.
This could be an ugly 4 years for LeBron.
Why?
If he doesn't, and I don't think he's going to win a championship again.
And here,
but he needs to get him close just to make him relevant.
Here's the last reason, Chris, that I do believe that the season ended last night in Memphis is that teams aren't afraid of the LeBron or the Lakers. Like, there's no...
This isn't Toronto shaking in their boots.
You know what I mean? Like, there's blood in the water,
yes.
And these teams are like, we can beat them. A LeBron or no LeBron. And I think that's the part that I see that Noah last night. This dude has been on life support. I mean, where did he come from last night? Right?
He not gonna do that against anybody else.
No,
it's the Lakers.
I'm telling you, and
it was their Super Bowl, their championship,
and the idea that you can bury LeBron.
Yes. Noah has always had it in for LeBron. Right. Remember back to when he was in Chicago.
But you can now. All these players are like, yes, we can bury LeBron. He thought they were going. They thought when LeBron went to LA, they were going to like add LeBron, pour water, stir, and win a championship. That's all they thought. Oh, just add LeBron to that young core and get another player, and they're gonna be ready to take over the Golden State Warriors.
Well, nobody was saying that.
Well, some people were.
Nobody.
Yeah,
nobody
LeBron
was
people.
saying
yes,
that.
the LeBron people.
I don't know if anybody on earth was saying that.
You said 53 wins and
okay,
and the Western
they were the 4th seed.
No, don't stop saying that. I'm tired of hearing that.
I can't say a fact.
I don't want to hear that. No.
I can't say a fact.
No, that was 3 months ago.
No, get off your high horse, Mr. Rob Parker. I am saying a fact.
I'm on my high horse.
Just because you want to overcompensate. You want to overcompensate.
I was right on this rodeo.
You want to overcompensate because you took such a shellacking.
We're not talking about
football season.
Stop it. Stop.
Now you want to overcompensate and beat your chest. Like, I know all. You don't know all.
Who's the
and
NBA
this season
expert?
is not over. There are 22 games left, and I think LeBron James has enough pride that they might make something of it.
What does might mean?
I can't say definitively because the dude don't defend.
That's so
but
lame.
They might make something happen.
Let's bet a pair of Jordans on Mr. Mike.
Oh, no, you pulled out the bet. We'll get to that next.
No,
Look,
we're going to do it.
You pulled out.
Yeah, but you can't have it out. You can't have it out.
No, it's over. You had your chance.
Why won't you bet it now?
Because they look like garbage.